Hello there, wrestling fans. There is a lot of things to talk about of this week's Raw, October 12th, yesterday. I wished I had this review out a little earlier because I got last week's review out really early and I almost got 1,000 views. So, bad things happen. This was a good Raw, perhaps one of the greatest Raws I have seen in a long while, mainly due to a very good special guest host who exceeded every expectation I had on her, Nancy O'Dell. She was an objective host. She did things right down the middle. She called it right down the middle. She had the main event, John Cena and Randy Orton. They are not friends, and due to what happened earlier in the night, they faced Legacy, who were also not friends. There were a few things I did not like about this show, and to start off with those was Maria Menounos. I didn't like her at all. She came off as credible in the ring, but it was on the verge of getting silly. But they slightly avoided that. But also, when she interviewed Legacy, an interviewer when interviewing someone is supposed to be objective, supposed to blend in with the background, not be a character, not a gimmick, not take a stand. That's why I think someone like Josh Matthews is a really good interviewer, because he just disappears in this interview. It's the wrestler, and you more or less forget that Josh Matthews is there. You don't remember him afterwards, you don't see him during the interview, all you see is the wrestler. Maria Menounos took stand against Legacy and had a great pleasure in telling them that they would not both be in this Team Raw vs Team SmackDown match at bragging rights. Only one of them, if any, would be, as they competed in a triple threat match against John Cena, a match which surprisingly ended when Cody Rhodes rolled up Teddy DiBiase in the ring for the win. There was real trouble in Legacy, as I said, for the main event match to come later. Nancy O'Dell, a really good authority on Raw this night, perhaps the greatest, best of them all. Another thing I did not like was during the opening promo with Triple H and Chris Jericho and Big Show. Great interaction between Jericho and Big Show, but when Chris Jericho was supposed to praise SmackDown as he's the captain of Team SmackDown, he held the SmackDown wrestlers up, saying himself was the captain, of course, as he is very egotistical. But when Triple H was there, why not praise the Raw wrestlers? No, but in typical Triple H political fashion, what did he do? No, he did not praise, he did not raise up Raw wrestlers. Instead, he went on to insult the SmackDown wrestlers. Why not raise your own team instead of pushing the others down? You help your own team, you do not damage the others. That's my opinion on this. But he did not do that. Instead, he insulted Chris Jericho, he insulted Big Show, who then happened to be on his own team, and he also insulted Great Khali. Great Khali might not be the best wrestler there is, but that's still a very unnecessary thing to do, I believe. Once again, Maria Menounos, during a backstage segment with Beth Phoenix, did not seem to be intimidated at all at first, before Beth Phoenix got physical on her, which I believe a lot of us enjoyed seeing, because she came off as a little too cocky. I mean, whenever you see a wrestler confront a non-wrestler, the non-wrestler should back off. That's my opinion. Even when Triple H confronted Eric Bischoff in the back a few years ago, Eric Bischoff has a profound history in wrestling, about 20 years of experience. He still got afraid and backed off, and I don't know what happened there. So that's the. She, however, got it handed to her finally, which I think was good. Other than that, we also saw the Divas Championship change hands. Mickie James to Jillian Hall, from Jillian Hall to Melina, who in the Diva trade where Melina came to Raw, Beth Phoenix went to SmackDown. We'll know more about the extent of this trade as the week progresses. But Jillian Hall won the title in a surprising manner from Mickie James. She got the time to celebrate, which saved this title. Had Melina come out right away in just a minute and beat her, that would have not been so good. But now Jillian Hall got the time to celebrate as if she had won the Olympics. She seemed really happy. She made the title mean something, and that's why I believe Jillian Hall is a really credible character. And I thought of her almost as the female version of the Honky Tonk Man, because she sings, nobody likes it, but she's still very good. She's still very entertaining, and this character has held out now for many years in WWE. She celebrated, as I said, very happily. You believed she had won. Melina came in, won the title, and she became the third ever to win both the Women's and Divas Championship in WWE. Also, you could see then Jillian Hall going from being so overzealously happy to being completely depressed, crying. Great action. Great way to build up the credibility for a championship by Jillian Hall. Also, in another diva that stood out tonight in my mind was Alicia Fox. I said earlier that she is a very good bumper in the ring, and she takes great bumps, and when getting a DDT'd by Mickie James at Hell in a Cell, she folded like an accordion. She really looked like she got hurt. Tonight, when wrestling against Maria Menounos, she did great as well. All Maria had to do was make it look like she intended on doing a move, and Alicia did the rest, taking a great bump, making it look like Maria did all the work, while Alicia actually was the one doing it. So this was another good, very good stuff. Cena tonight got a super response for the main event, which ended when Ted DiBiase rolled up Randy Orton, and this is where it's getting all interesting. Cody Rhodes pinning Ted DiBiase in a triple threat with John Cena, and a tag team match with Legacy versus John Cena and Randy Orton, the bragging rights opponent. Ted DiBiase rolls up Randy Orton. This caused for great tension, and we also got to know that next week we're going to have Triple H versus John Cena and Snoop Dogg as the special guest host. And this was actually one of the few weeks that I really enjoyed Santino Marella, because I think more or less nowadays he's just a clown, a jerk. And when he said to Beth Phoenix that during their relationship he had faked every organism, that was very happy and cracked me up a lot. And other stuff than this, we had qualifying matches. I did not like that at first, but we got to learn to have redeeming qualities. Some people have a lot, some people have a little less. But I think those qualifying matches played out and progressed really well. They were very competitive, very harsh action, very effectful and impactful. Kofi Kingston is ready for the match. Big Show defeated Chris Jericho in a weird manner, because he hindered Chris Jericho from getting back in the ring, hence Jericho got counted out. From what I know, due to the rulebook in WWE and wrestling, when you stop a wrestler from entering a ring when he wants to, the count should start all over, because even in wrestling that's called obstruction. So, however, that's what not the case. That was a good match, sold well, very good psychology, which was the case throughout the entire night, which did miss Shawn Michaels, by the way, who was only there in form of his voice and a cardboard character. Pretty funny. But you have DX Shawn Michaels, you have Big Show, you have Kofi Kingston, Jack Swagger, who are going to be in this match. And well, we'll get to know the last wrestler. Also Cody Rhodes is going to be in here. We'll get to know the last wrestler on Superstars this Thursday, when Mark Henry faces Chris Masters as the last 7th member of that team, and will not be, as we were told, rumors that the winners throughout the night at Bragging Rights will face off in a tag team match, and we will hardly have Mickie James versus Beth Phoenix for the title now, seeing that Mickie James is not even the champion and Beth Phoenix is not even on Raw anymore. I don't know if there was any more I had to say, but I think it was a very, very good Raw, as I said, and Nancy O'Dell surprised me. Maria might be a little harsh on her, but I did not like her that much. Jack Swagger pinned, by the way, MVP in a very quick match, just like he did during this summer somewhere. Then we had MVP beating Jack Swagger at SummerSlam, actually. I think WWE is doing a great job of building bragging rights up. Despite only 3 weeks, they are doing an astonishingly good job. And this Raw, as I said, was perhaps one of the best throughout the entire year. A lot of action, and you also had this, what you need for a wrestling show most of the times is a story developing during the show. That's not always needed, a story arc for the show, but it's very often required to make the show get that little extra itch to it, which they had tonight. Great action, unpredictable action. You never actually knew what was going to happen, when, where, or anything. We're also going to have, interesting by the way, Big Show, Jericho now on different teams, because Big Show is on Raw, Jericho is the captain of Team SmackDown. That's all I had to say. I will come up with more videos this week. Tomorrow I have a sequel to my video, the 10 most weird WWE themes of all times. Sequel to that, a scary top 10 theme coming. And I also try to share my views on the WWE changing their names of the pay-per-views, which has caused a lot of people to wail in agony for some reason I don't understand. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a nice day.